Carburetor's free. Now I go in there and start taking it apart and clean it up. Okay, here's the carburetor. I've cleaned it up and I've taken that hose off that attached right here. I'll replace that. I'm going to take a 10mm socket or wrench and take this bolt and break it loose. Okay, here's a little tip. Now, if you can't hold this and take a wrench and break this loose, go ahead and put this right here in a vise and turn the whole carburetor and it should break this loose. Here, let me show you how. Now go ahead and take your carburetor. Just be aware that there's probably still fuel inside here. Open up your vise and just stick that nut down in there, that bolt, and just kind of snug it down. You don't have to get it real tight, just snug it down and just turn this. That should break the bolt loose. Take the pressure off. Now I should be able to turn this by hand. There we go. Now I'll put it back into my tray. Take it on off just in case there's gas in here. It's not going to go everywhere. This is a familiar looking carburetor. Looks almost exactly like the one that I worked on with the Cub Cadet. I'm sure there are probably some differences, but let's go ahead and take this out. And yeah, that needs to be cleaned up. Got that little needle right there. It don't look too bad down in there. It's got some dirt in it, but that'll be easy to clean up. Well, we'll go ahead and pull the jets out and see what they look like. Okay, I'm not even going to mess with this float because everything's working fine as far as it's starting and everything. I just want to go in here and check this out and see if these are clean, because I can tell we got some dirt and stuff in here, and right there we got some buildup. So let me get a screwdriver and put it down in there and see if I can get that out. Okay, now this thing shouldn't be real tight. Let's see if it'll come on out. Feels like it's coming. It's turning. There it is. I see it. Okay, that's out. That's clear and there's no holes in it that I can see. Okay, here's what I'm looking for right here. This is what I want to make sure is clean. These holes should be clean. Those holes should be clean. And this one here looks like it's blocked or partially blocked. As you can see, that right there is partially blocked. So I'll clean that up. Put it back in there and put it together. But I'll spray some cleaner in there. Yeah, I got these wire brushes. I'll see if that works. I'll just run it through every one of them. Just make sure it goes through. Okay. Now everything looks good. So it looks good through there, but I'm still going to stick this through there because, yeah. There we go. Now it's all clean, but I'll still spray it off real good. And there's also, it looks like there's a hole right here. Looks like there's 4 of them, so I'll go through here as well. Because if you miss one, ooh, that one felt pretty clogged. So if you miss even one of these holes, your carburetor is not going to work properly. So just be aware of that. That seemed like it worked pretty good. Now I'll go ahead and spray it. Now this here can also be taken out, so I'm going to go ahead and take that out and see what it looks like. If it's plugged up, I'll show you. If it's not, I'll just go ahead and put it back together. Okay, this is a plug. Pretty much looks like it's plugged up a little bit, so I'm going to clean it out and put it back in there. Now if you got the tool for the job, go ahead and use the one that actually fits the hole and clean it out, because the holes are supposed to be a certain size. And make sure you get that thing clean and that rod or your tool can go all the way through there. And that feels pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead, after cleaning it all up, I'm going to take this, I'm going to drop it down in there just like that. It's going to fall down. I'm going to take this plug right here and get it started in there. And I'm going to run that on down. Now that I got all that taken care of, I'll go ahead and put the bottom on. And it really don't matter which way this goes, but you actually want it to where you can get to this. So in case you have to drain the fuel or something, you have access to it. Now when you get this back in there, you don't have to Hawk tight it down. Just take and snug it down just like that. As long as you can hold on to this part of it, snug that down, you should be good. If you see a leak after you put it on, then go back in here and give that a little bit more torque. If that don't take care of it, then you're going to have to take this off and see if your gasket is failing. I hope this helps. Like, comment, subscribe, share with friends. Thanks for watching.